Hello everyone, this is The Crow, and these are your messages for right now. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. This is a general timeless reading for the collective. All zodiac signs are welcome, okay? And since it's timeless, it is going to be for you whenever you find it, whenever it resonates with you. And if this message does not resonate, you can always check out some of my other videos, okay? So yeah, let's jump right in here. I will be pulling a 3-card spread, past, present, and future energy. And I will be clarifying each of those cards with a rune and some oracles, probably handwritten messages. We'll see where the reading goes. But let's jump into your past energy. I was so excited to do your reading. Like I have been in this anticipation energy to do your reading the whole day. And now that I finally got the time and sat down, I'm already making the reading and I still feel that energy of anticipation. So I think that for some of you guys, you're waiting for something to happen. You can feel the rising of the energy, something that's close to happening, something that it's almost here and you can feel that excitement. But let's see what's in your recent past. Recent past, please. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is rushing towards something, rushing towards a conclusion, towards a decision maybe, sometimes not thinking clearly, okay? Swords energy represent our thoughts. And the Knight of Swords, he's the fastest knight in the tarot. And he can be very reckless because he's eager to get somewhere. And this goes along with the energy of anticipation that I was feeling. So I believe that you are very excited for something, but kind of impatient about it. You just want to get there. But this is in your recent past. So it is an energy that you are moving past with the Knight of Swords. We will clarify that Knight of Swords. But let's see what's in your current energy right now. Okay. Current energy for the collective. Thank you. We have a 9 of Pentacles. I see. So this is about investment. Whatever it is that you are excited about, it has to do with your stability and it has to do with your finances. This could be an investment that you've made in the past and you are waiting for the fruits of that investment. You are waiting to reap the reward from that. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of having more than enough. It is a card of abundance. It also is a card of manifestation for me, okay? Because she is in the energy of someone who has it all. This is pre-Empress energy. I usually see this card as such. You know, like the Empress card is an energy of abundance, of fertility, of having more and creating more from the simple act of thinking and being and existing. It is the energy of creation. So, and the 9 of Pentacles for me is what's before the Empress. That energy before you get into the Empress. I'm sorry for the noise. Before you get into that Empress vibe. So it'll be when you already have some kind of stability in your life. And I do sense financial stability. You are waiting to reap the reward from something. I keep getting that. That's where this anticipation is coming from. And it would be understandable. It is understandable if it has to do with your finances, because this could have been some sort of financial investment that you've made. Let us see what's coming in. Future energy. Okay, it almost did not want to fall out, but I knew it was this card. It's the 5 of Swords. This is winning at all costs. That's what the 5 of Swords is. The person here has won this battle, but he's looking back, wondering if it was worth it. This is stubbornness to me, okay? So there's an advice here to be mindful of how your current decisions might affect the outcome of things. Okay, so with this Seven of Swords, like I said, this is winning at all costs. He's kind of looking back and wondering if what he did was right, or if he did it in the best way, or if he could have done things differently. Some people also read this card as a card of just winning in general and finally getting something after trying 3 times, because we have 3 people here, and one of the stories from this tarot card is that these are different versions of the same person, in which the first version in the background, he has lost and he's very sad. Then he lost something again, but he's kind of accepting it. And this version where he finally got it, and now he's looking back at all of his, at the path that took him there. But there's a warning here for you about being mindful of your actions right now. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I just think that sometimes when we really, really want something, we can get a bit blinded. And that's the warning with the Seven of Swords, okay? Let's clarify each of these cards. Before I pull a rune for them, I do want to get some more tarot here, okay? We will get into the runes, but I want to peek, especially on this Knight of Swords, because I want to know what it is that you rush towards. Tell me about the Knight of Swords, please. What is it doing here? What's this? Knight of Swords. What is this Knight of Swords? Thank you. Okay, we got 3 cards. We have Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and 2 of Wands, clarifying your Knight of Swords. Yeah, this was definitely a financial investment, but in something that you enjoy, because having the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands together, that's a pretty good balance when it comes to our stability, to our resources. So the Queen of Pentacles is multiplication. She has that pentacle, she nurtures that pentacle, and therefore she is able to multiply it infinitely. That's why she has a rabbit there. It's representing multiplication fast. You know, rabbits, they reproduce themselves extremely fast. And that's what the Queen of Pentacles represents. In the right energy, it's taking care of an investment, of something that you own, nurturing it to the point where it brings you rewards, okay? And the Queen of Wands is following your joy, is a queen who only makes decisions based on what she truly desires and what she truly wants for herself. This is fire energy, so it has everything to do with our charisma, our self-esteem. The Queen of Wands is strong, she's bold, she's a bold queen, and she follows the sun. That's why she has that sunflower besides her. So she will only follow what makes her happy. And this is telling me that what you rushed towards was, you rushed towards something that you really wanted, and you knew it was going to bring you stability, rewards, probably financial increase, but also something that you really enjoy. And having the 2 of Wands, it's a life change. You went after this because you wanted to move. Okay, the 2 of Wands, he has already built a stable foundation for himself, and now he's looking at that globe, wondering where he's going to go next, because he can. Those wands can stand on their own. He built something stable, and now he can just leave it be. So maybe this was a business investment that you made that now is stable enough, and maybe it's time for you to reap some kind of reward when it comes to that, and that's what you have been waiting for. Let's take a rune for this Knight of Swords, a rune for your past energy, recent past. Where are you? There you are. Okay. We have the flower. No, this is actually the rings rune, I believe. Let me check my little book to be sure, but I'm sure these are the rings. No, it's the romance. I'm sorry, because they're very similar. It's actually the romance. And this is it's a bonding rune, you know, it's associated with connections, partnerships, close friendships, people who are close to you. It could also represent marriage. or even a soulmate. But what I feel here mostly is partnerships, okay? That's what I'm feeling. And clarifying, and since it's clarifying your Knight of Swords, I keep believing that this was related to that investment. I'm sorry, I'm losing myself because I am looking at these two queens, and with this partnership rune, I'm thinking that this could also be two different people, you and someone else investing in something together. And maybe your energy of anticipation is because this is not all in your control. Okay, let's move along. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, that could be two different queens, two different people. For some of you guys, and for others of you, it is two aspects of yourself that were involved in this thing that you rushed towards with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles. Clarify that for me, please. Thank you. We have the Hermit. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I wasn't feeling that energy at all. I wasn't expecting the Hermit, to be honest. What does this have to do with your excitement and your anticipation? Have you had to walk away from someone because of this investment that you made, because of this current situation? Why are you isolating yourself? This could definitely also be the need for isolation in order to make a decision, because I remember, like with the Five of Swords, I was getting that warning for you to be mindful of your decisions, be mindful of what you choose and how it might affect your future. So the Hermit might be the need for you to go into Hermit mode. And it is in your current energy because it is what you're being advised to do. Clarifying that Nine of Pentacles, maybe what this means is that if you already have enough, it's like if you are anticipating something coming in, let's suppose, okay, let's give an example so this is more accurate. Let's suppose you are waiting for some sort of payment to come in, a big payment that you know is coming in. And right now you already feel it in your energy abundantly. But you're being advised to be mindful of the way you spend that money. It's like, don't go crazy just because you know something is going to happen, okay? Because you might regret. I do get that. You might regret later, or you might wonder if you made the right decision. I gave the example of the money, of getting a huge amount of money that you've been waiting for and not spending it all, or not, not spending it all. But it could be something else. It doesn't have to be money. It could be anything, okay? For each of you, it'll be something different. I want to clarify this with a rune. Tell me about that Nine of Pentacles, please. I just heard the blue jay. So, blue jay, maybe some of you guys like birds and like blue jays. Or they're somehow significant for some of you, a tattoo. Some of you might have a tattoo of a blue jay. And my cat's meowing outside. She wants to come in. But let's move along. We have the Harvest. Okay. So, I hope you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can see the runes clearly. The Harvest is a rune of having plenty. And this makes sense because I just said that you were waiting for something to come in. That's why there's that excitement. Because you know you are about to reap some kind of reward here. The fruits of your labor, you know. This also represents self-sustenance. You know, like being self-employed. Some of you guys could definitely be self-employed. Being independent. But yeah, rewards. I feel rewards here and good karma and a lot of abundance. That's what this Harvest rune is about. And it is clarifying the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of abundance. So yeah, just you're in anticipation for this reward, but it is coming. Just be mindful not to go crazy right now with decisions, or just be patient, I guess. Clarify the Five of Swords, please. I'm really curious about this Five of Swords. I want to see if I can give you guys some more. If they're supposed to come out, they will. And there she is. I want to give you some more about this knight, this Five of Swords. I'm going to get another card. We got the Queen of Cups. One more shuffle. I want another card because I do feel like there's more here with this Five of Swords. Tell me more, please. Thank you. And we have the King of Swords. Queen of Cups, King of Swords. These are the two king and queen that have come out the most throughout 2026 for the general readings, for the collective readings. They come out a lot. And the reason I think that is because of Pluto in Aquarius. It is retrograde right now, okay? If you guys are into astrology, you can check some more information on that. Because my goal here in these readings is not to talk much about astrology, just a general energy. But they have been coming out the most, and I do sense it is related to Pluto in Aquarius. And the reason I say that is because Pluto in Aquarius is an era, and for the next 20 years or something, more or less. It is an era in which we are being asked to lead with our hearts, but have the balance of mind and heart balance. And this is what it is. King of Swords, total control of your logic mind, of your thoughts. Total control. And Queen of Cups is living from a heart-based energy. She only accepts love, purest love, what makes her feel loved, what makes her feel good, and she loves herself. We have that clarifying your Seven of Swords, and I do feel, collective, that this regret with this Five of Swords, it might be because once you get this thing that's coming in, this big reward, some people are going to be left behind. Some things are going to change around you, and that's going to mess with your emotions and with your thoughts. Okay? You have to be prepared for that and embrace the energy of these two, the energy of the King of Swords and the energy of the Queen of Hearts. Okay? Queen of Cups. Because you will need that heart and mind balance, okay, in order to deal with whatever's coming. Often in life, when we evolve in any way, whether that's in the physical realm or in the 5D, spiritual evolution, emotional evolution, whatever that is, whenever we evolve, we grow more in a certain area, usually we have to free up space to get that growth. That means that sometimes we have to separate ourselves from people, from places, from things. Okay, so I do feel like that's what will be happening for you. And that might cause some regret. That might make you wonder if you've made the right decision for yourself. This could even be something as simple as you choosing your professional career over your friends or family or something like that, or just choosing yourself over other people in general. And I'm not saying if that's good or that's bad. I'm just saying that that's what I'm feeling here. Okay, I will leave it up to you if you think it's good or bad. Each of us are different. So let's clarify that Five of Swords with a rune. Five of Swords. Okay. Now we have the rings. So that's why I was seeing them just before with the romance. We have the rings. I do not take this as a love reading at all. Okay. We do have the romance rune and we do have the rings. But this could symbolize the parting ways of you with someone. And for some of you guys, it could be these two energies that I picked up earlier, where maybe you made an investment with someone, and now you guys are parting ways because you are reaping some kind of reward, and that's giving you the freedom to release yourself from something or someone. That's what I'm getting with this rune. But okay, let's talk a bit more about the rings. So this talks about partnership and friendships also. It talks about bonds between two people or two things. So the connection between the heart and the mind, okay? And it just talks about circumstances that involve other people in general, okay? Dealing with other people. Communication, social events, and it could symbolize a new bond that is forming or an old bond that is breaking. And I do feel like that's happening, and there's definitely some kind of bond that is breaking. So that something new can come in. And it is this reward that you've been so anxiously waiting for. So I'm gonna take some runes. I'm sorry, not some runes, some oracle cards. Pardon me. Let's see. These will be advice for you. Let's see what oracles we get for this situation. The funniest thing happened throughout this reading, which was I was very excited, very focused. I couldn't wait to make the reading. We started the reading, and towards the middle so far, it's like my energy started getting depleted. And I do feel like that's what's going to happen to you. That's why we have the Knight of Swords in your recent past, which is very rapid movement, rushing towards something, a lot of energy here. And then the Hermit clarifying your Nine of Pentacles in your current energy. Maybe you're feeling tired in general from this situation. Oh, we have an oracle. So you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. And actually, we had this oracle come out recently. If it was not in the last reading that I published, it was in one of the most recent readings. So I do keep feeling that general energy for the collective. That's why I was talking about the mind and heart coherence, that balance. And that has everything to do with the way we see ourselves and how we feel in our own energy. So instead of being worried about competition and if what you're doing everyone is going to enjoy, you should really follow your heart, basically. And maybe following your heart in this particular situation, collective, will involve letting go of other people, letting go of certain things, certain situations, maybe even certain groups. I want to get another oracle. Let's see. Oh, is it? Another oracle, please. If I may. So something is ringing. It's time for something to happen. Something is ringing. We have, it is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you with a little conscious effort on your part. That happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. Same card. If I'm not mistaken, these two cards that just popped out, these two oracles, they came out in the last reading. So, I think it was the last reading, which was a love reading. And I did not take this one as a love reading, but there might be something there for you too. Okay, so I might be connecting to the same energies within the collective. This is not going to be for all of you. So not letting the worry rule you. Yeah, this did come out. Putting out the energy that you want to see come to fruition. Okay, that's the basic advice here. And yeah, and just believing that you can have something. Just believing that you can have something. Yeah. I'm sorry for this little break, but it's just that the energy shifted completely halfway through this reading. And that might be some kind of advice for you, okay? Because we were getting that warning with the Five of Swords of being mindful of your decisions. So something might shift. Maybe things are not going to go exactly like you think they will, but you feel something coming in, and that's why you are excited, but also a bit impatient about it. So let's just, I still feel like I haven't put this together the way I wanted. So let's just take a handwritten message. Hopefully this will help put together for you. And then I'm just going to leave the reading here because the energy is a bit more scarce now. A bit more all over the place. Oh, we have a lot. Okay, but I am going to take the one that I feel it is the one, which is time to move. Time to move. Yeah, and you are moving. I mean, you already did. Whatever the step, you took it already. So, time to move. Something is going to be left behind because of this change that you have been anticipating. And honestly, take care of yourself. And if you have to put yourself first, I'm not telling you to be selfish, that's something different, okay? Or to not think about the people you care about, or to step over everyone, that's not it. But if you have to put yourself first, do that. If we don't take good care of ourselves, we will never be able to take good care of others. So even if other people might think that you owe them something, that's for someone, and getting that, you don't. You should take care of yourself first, okay? And you do have that inner energy with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, guys, I am going to leave the reading here. And I hope this made sense for some of you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. You can always comment, like, subscribe if you feel like it. You know how it works. And I will see you next time.